I haven't done one of these episodes where I just sort of talk about something in a while, so that's what's coming. If you're not into this, maybe come back tomorrow and I'll do more skateboarding or something. So yesterday I was at a college, huge college in Texas, into this gigantic Q&A with like 800 people, and there were a couple of questions that kept coming up, and this is from a bunch of people that are all aged, 18 to 24, 25. I think a lot of my audience is around that age, and I wanted to sort of get into it a little bit. I've talked about these ideas before, but they're really ripe in my mind right now because of yesterday. So we spent an hour asking questions, and we did another like 15 minutes where the audience asked questions, and some of the questions were like, is my college education worth it? How do I become successful on YouTube? How do I make it as a filmmaker? How do I make it on TV and journalism? And there's a common thread, and that's this big question, which is just like, I'm here, I want to be here, how do I get there? There's this desire to understand how to get from A to B. And that makes perfect sense to me. There's nothing scarier than starting your life out, starting your career out, and having no idea how to get to where you want to be. And my answer, loosely, my answer is always a version of the same thing. And that same story, if you want to succeed, if you want to truly succeed in a career, especially a creative career, there is no absolute predefined trajectory. There's no recipe that will equal success. If there were, everybody would follow that recipe because this is the greatest job in the world. So what that means is it's on you. You have to define that trajectory. You have to define that path. And some obvious questions are like, well, why am I going to college if they can't teach me that? Or why am I working for somebody else if I'm not going to learn that? And there's a very real, very sensible answer to that, which is that every experience you have in life, whether you're shoveling shit, you're washing dishes, or you're waiting tables, or you're pumping gas, you have to take each one of those experiences as a tool or a building block. And it's the aggregate of all those experiences that you will be able to build your career, that you'll be able to find your path to the kind of success that you're looking for. I learned so much about how to make a living as a filmmaker while I was washing dishes. And I think education, especially higher education like college, is a really big building block. It's a really big tool. You are doing nothing but consuming information. You're filling up your toolbox with all these tools that you're gonna get to use to build that career. It's that until you get to a place where you wanna be, until you can understand the direction that it is you need to go in life to achieve what you wanna do, you have to take every experience, no matter how terrible they are or how wonderful they are, you have to take each one of those as a tool that you will later leverage to build that career. In the comments,